So today I guess we're talking about gym ownership and online training with gym ownership. Specifically, I want to talk about a few things. So I want to talk about why every gym owner is really going to benefit, why it gives them such a huge advantage in the marketplace to have online training. But then I want to talk about pricing models. So how actually gym owners can leverage online training or hybrid training to improve their pricing model, and tell you specifically how to do that. So when it comes down to it, I mean, I guess COVID has kind of changed everything up, but we've been telling gym owners that they should have online training or an online training component for a long time, for no other reason than it gives you a huge advantage in the marketplace. It gives you an advantage for hiring trainers, because now all of a sudden you can give your own trainers an ability to work while they're not on their feet, while you generate extra revenue. Online training, if you've already got a facility where you've already got like foot traffic in the facility, can be a 70 to 80% profit activity added to the bottom line of your gym. So think about that for a second. I mean, the entire game of gym ownership is maximizing revenue per square foot. This is what gives you an advantage over your contemporaries, over your colleagues who live close by. Like, how do you out advertise them? How do you out serve them? Well, if you're at like a 10 or 15% profit margin, or if you're like most gym owners where you're basically working for your own salary, you can't advertise, you can't out compete. Well, now if you add an online training component in addition to what you're doing, and I'll talk to you about how that pricing works in a second, now your profit margin jumps, right? You've got a lot more money to play around with, and you can obviously generate more business as a result of that. Now, the best part about this is, how many times has somebody in your gym that you're giving a great experience to said, oh, I wish that my cousin, I wish that my mother-in-law, whoever could come here, they would love this gym, but they don't live 10 minutes away or 15 or 20 minutes away, they live the next town over. Or another country, I mean, anything, right? Well, now your gym can serve that person. So now your ability to accept leads, of course, becomes much greater, because people don't have to be anywhere. The same type of thing with attracting trainers. Like, if you build some sort of a curriculum, some sort of an IP around your training model, which is what every gym should do, online or not, then you can train trainers in that, and the trainer doesn't even have to work in your gym. So now you can acquire better talent that, again, just doesn't happen to live 10 minutes from you. In terms of the actual pricing, I want to talk about hybrid pricing models a little bit here, because this is where the cream really rises to the top. You know, conventionally with gyms, you price them, you've got your membership, then you price it maybe per session, or you sell batches of sessions, or you sell transformation programs, or small group classes, or punch cards, however you do it, right? The problem is there's nothing kind of in the middle there. There aren't the type of layers that you can add that have good enough profit margin. Well, with hybrid you can. So picture this, you've got your hybrid training, where that's called at your bronze level. That's purely online. So this is for people who don't live close to you, right? They can train with you remotely, they can get your programming, maybe you'll do some video training with them. You're running your classes anyway, and you just happen to go on camera, and they can look at the classes on the camera and get that. We all know about that. I mean, that's what most people think about online training, and to be honest, it's not a good model by itself, for reasons that go way beyond this video, but it's not a great model by itself, but it's a great model to add into an existing better model that's higher yield, higher margin. And so that's like your bronze level. So that way, if somebody wants to make a referral to somebody far away, you can generate all these contests with stuff like that, with people who live far away for your existing members, like referral contests. You can have that on the bottom to absorb people in who aren't close to your gym. Then you've got, let's call it like your silver level, right? These are people who are in your gym, and these are people who get access to your gym and get your online training. So now every single person in your gym should actually be trained, even if they don't have a coach with them. And what I mean by this is they get the programming, they get the support, the direction, the accountability. They just don't need a human with them training all of the time. That's your silver level price point, right? Then you've got a gold level price point, and this changes a bit whether you're like a small group or whether you're actually an individual doing one-on-one training. But the general idea is they have like a higher level monthly membership. So now, instead of your membership to your gym being $50 or $100, your membership to the gym is $200 or $300. And that means that they get access to your classes, or they get a certain amount of training sessions each month, in addition to the support and accountability stuff that you're doing outside of it. So you see how this stuff kind of stacks on top of each other, but it all builds by having this online component. And then you can even offer a platinum level that, you know, is your sort of high-end package, where maybe they get 3 sessions a week, or maybe you outsource to a nutrition company, and the nutrition company provides remote nutrition support to your clients. And by the way, if you don't have these core competencies at your gym, you don't need to build them, because there are people who already do this stuff remotely, like offering nutrition, that you can just bolt on and take a percentage of it, right? And these companies would be ecstatic because you're giving them clients. So don't think that you have to build all this stuff for yourself. When you're a little bit creative and you say, what do clients need? You can include it in the packages and build it all together. So that's how you kind of stack this stuff one on top of another on another on another. And it's why gym owners, like every single gym owner, should always have had an online training component. And even now, I mean, you basically can't compete if you don't. So it's a general idea, it's a general structure of how to put it together.